Hey there. I've been on vacation for a little over the last week now, and in my time off, I've been doing a little research on some of YouTube's best practices. And it turns out if I ask you, the viewer, to like the video before I actually do anything entertaining, it's one of the best things you can do. So hit the like button. Anyway, I know you've been distracted by my shoes and the clone trooper on my knee. We have some big news today. I got messages from, I don't want to exaggerate, perhaps hundreds of people telling me about the LEGO Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga trailer. And within the trailer, there's a very specific part of the trailer that everyone was messaging me about. And that was a Phase 2 Commander Cody character picture on this giant list of characters, in which there are other very entertaining characters. But yes, perhaps a real Phase 2 Commander Cody, not necessarily a character that doubles as a Phase... Are you zooming in, cameraman? Not a minifigure that doubles as a Phase 2 Cody. Okay, so on the screen in front of me, and on your screen now, is a picture of what could be an official LEGO Phase 2 Cody. And this is in the trailer for the new LEGO Star Wars Skywalker game, which has a lot of cool things in it, if you haven't seen that trailer for yourself, including the guy right above Phase 2 Cody, whom I have no idea what his name is, where he's from, what he does. Like, it just looks cool as hell. And is obviously not a LEGO minifigure we have had released, and I would highly wager not one we will have released at any point in time. And throughout the trailer, you can see many other characters and models of things that haven't been done in LEGO. And unfortunately, the reality is, just because they're in this video game, doesn't mean they will be done as a physical LEGO product. And the same will unfortunately be held true here for Phase 2 Cody. As exciting as it is to actually see an official, in some way, LEGO version of Phase 2 Cody that isn't the 2005 figure that, I mean, kind of, sort of, not really is Phase 2 Cody, this is, like, just, I temper my expectations greatly because I know how this works, although I have seen many people be very excited about it, which I don't blame them for, because LEGO has clearly just withheld saying anything about it because they don't care about the fans, and so when they leave you with nothing, even the smallest little crumb is exciting. So the figure itself looks like it has a pretty good design. I mean, it's a Phase 2 Cody with it's got the visor, which is exciting because if LEGO were to make this, I wouldn't, like, have been shocked if they made it without the visor. Like, that'd be a very LEGO thing to do. I also know, like, just from talking to people at Brick for Alabama recently, just people that would know about these sorts of things, that in 2008, when the LEGO Batman video game came out, the 2006 LEGO Batman sets had kind of already run their course and retired by that point. Apparently, when that game finally came out, a lot of parents went to the stores and LEGO in general, like, just, you know, getting feedback, asking, you know, what product, like, where are the LEGO Batman sets? We want to buy them. We just played the video game. Why, you know? And so LEGO learned from that people want to have things that they see in the LEGO video games to be available for purchase. I'm not saying that's what we have here, but I am saying that there is, like, a reason to have some excitement and hope that this could mean something. Like, you know, there's something there that LEGO could be working on in the background. But the other point to that is, you know, this game was originally supposed to come out 2 years ago, so by that logic, you know, all of this stuff you're seeing in the game should have come out 2 years ago, which it did. We had all the stuff with the Skywalker Saga logo on it and all that jazz, so all of their, like, direct video game tie-in items that they wanted, I think, kind of already came out. Like, that was the 2008, 2006 Batman set, Batman video game lesson, except they screwed it up because the video game was insanely delayed. It's like 2 years late, which is crazy. The real deal with this whole new Phase 2 Cody picture here is that it literally means nothing, unfortunately. Like, that's the moral of the story, and that's what sucks about it. Like, LEGO doesn't often, you know, tip their pitches, so to speak, and so in this particular case, as is the case with literally every other thing in the game, it's all stuff that was made for the game. It's also worth noting that, like, the people that make these models for this game and, like, the figures and everything aren't the same people as the designers. I mean, yes, they'll take the designs that the designers have made and import them into the game if they're existing, or if they have a need for something, they'll just go and create it on their own. So it's not necessarily a case of they go to the model designers in Denmark and be like, hey, we need this. You need to make this a set so that we can put this in the game. It's more of like we need this for the game, so we're just going to make essentially a mock of it, like an unofficial, as far as like a physical product goes, model of it. And then they put it in the game. At least that's my understanding of it for the most part. I mean, that's not to say that, some of these things won't come to fruition as a physical product. Phase 2 Cody should come to fruition as a physical product with or without his inclusion in the game. I mean, he obviously needs to be made in the game, so this had to be done either way. The question remains whether or not LEGO will actually make it as a set. And, after they spent millions of dollars on LEGO Video and that failed, I assume they no longer can afford to make a new mold for his helmet. So at the end of the day, this doesn't mean too much as far as physical product tie-ins for the video game. LEGO already blew their load on physical tie-ins for the video game. They've done all of that. They had all of the code tie-ins. Everyone's seen that and knows that, and they're no longer kind of working on that type of stuff. That ship has sailed. So hopefully the figure comes out in the summer, but I just don't have very high hopes for that sort of thing. They still haven't made a Phase 2 Rex, even though he showed right back up in the Bad Batch. I don't know why we haven't had that. Like, there's a lot of question marks as far as what's going on in Denmark right now. There's just more original trilogy stuff coming out every other Sunday, but we can't get a Phase 2 Cody, the single thing that every single fan has been asking for. And I went on TikTok and I saw a TikTok with 70,000 likes. That's not a small amount of likes on TikTok. Excited about the Phase 2 Cody that was shown in the trailer with thousands of comments. There's a pretty substantial amount of people asking for this thing, and LEGO is continuing to refuse to bring it to market. It is absolutely insane. And then there is the light at the end of the tunnel for Phase 2 Cody. Tamara Morrison, in some interview, I follow Star Wars Leaks Reddit, and that's actually one of my favorite subreddits. He said he wanted to play Commander Cody and Captain Rex as a live action character. And, Kenobi would be the show where that would make the most sense to happen. And so, given that he's, kind of hinted at it, talked about it a little bit, I think the whole vibe around that right now is that those characters will be in Kenobi in some form or fashion, and hopefully at that in their same outfit, especially for Commander Cody. I mean, it would be very nice that he has the same outfit as Episode 3 Cody. I mean, the worst nightmare here is that, Cody shows up in Kenobi, except it's kind of like Crosshair, where he's wearing just a completely different uniform. Not that I dislike Imperial Crosshair, but the demand for Cody right now is Phase 2 Cody as was in Episode 3, not Phase 2 Cody with God knows what other different armor. Both figures should exist at that point if he has substantially different armor, is my point to all of that. I mean, he could show up as soon as May, but with that being said, there's, $90 mystery set coming out in May. If he's in that set, I would expect factory leaks within the next 2 to 3 months, and then of course the figure coming out a month or two after that. So we could know a lot in just a little bit of time, but if there's nothing to know, then nothing will leak. That's the point. So anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments section below. That is all I have for today's video. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye.